I'm not saying that this video is going to have any influence on who MGA brings back for Rainbow High, but let's face it, for most of these characters, this is the closest we're getting to a conclusion of a story arc with them. Hi, I'm Ari Lynette, and welcome to the Olliverse. So, I haven't done a simulator video in a while, and I've been kind of wanting to get back into it. So I have done 2 Drag Race simulator videos, but I thought this time it would be good to try something new. So I am trying out a Hunger Games simulator, and I'm going to be using it to determine which of these past Rainbow High characters will be making it into Rainbow World. The Rainbow High has had a bit of a tumultuous soft reboot. There is a lot of discourse about it. I really don't have the energy to recap all of that. But let's just say MGA decided to scale back on the new characters, and they decided to focus predominantly on the core cast. But we've still had some random side characters appear from time to time. There are these new budget dolls that include Crystal, Karma, Stella, and actually another Georgia. Plus apparently there's going to be a hairplay doll of Malene. Quite an unexpected comeback, but it's nice to see her back. But there is a lot of potential in terms of who they could bring back next, so I'm going to be using this Hunger Games simulator to decide, and everyone else is gone. We're killing them off for good. So let's get onto the characters that will be fighting to the death in this video, our 24 tributes. So I was going to allocate them to the districts by the district specialties from the actual Hunger Games series. Each district has their own trade. So like fishing or lumber or like coal. I was gonna do that. Eventually it was just like too much work. It wasn't working out. But I did do that with one of the districts, and that's District 1, which is luxury. And for that district I picked Roxy Grand and Jewel Ritchie, the most luxurious characters. Like I'm pretty sure Roxy Grand's like colour specialty is literally diamond. Can't get more rich than that. So the rest of the districts are just going to be characters grouped together by a thing, like an aspect of the character. In District 2, I decided to put in the Sterling sisters, Robin and Aisha. I don't know how ethical it would be to have these two sisters essentially battle for their lives right next to each other, but I'm not going to explore that in this video. So our tributes for District 3 are Sabrina St. Cloud and Delilah Fields because like, I'm pretty sure, like, they're not a canon couple, but, like, they exude that vibe very heavily that you would be mistaken to think that they were a canon couple. District 4, I decided to put down the remaining 2 members of the A's, so Aiden and Ainsley. Avery did get a re-release with the Fashion Pack outfit, so technically she's already through to the next round. But we'll see which of her friends joins her, or if any of them join her at all. Maybe she's on her own. District 6, I literally paired these 2 characters together because I like how they look together.
Yeah, I do not know why I said District 6 here. I meant District 5. The next 2 are District 5.
Gabriella Isley and Cheryl Meyer. This makes Gabriella Isley the first character to be in 2 of my simulator videos. I also just like these 2 characters together in terms of how they were in the web series. They had like a little scene together in one of the episodes in the Rainbow Union, and I thought that was fun. I like their dynamic. District 6 is the obligatory boys category, so it's Finn and River, and I put River's photo as the junior high version because that's the version I prefer. It's not necessarily representative of his age during this games, but just so I can look at the nicer picture. So District 7 is what I'm calling the questionable accents category, and this is Victoria Whitman and Harper Dune. And I don't mean this in any offense towards the voice actresses for these characters. I just found the accents for these characters to be a little bit odd. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard their voices, it was a bit of a jump scare.
I'm the most famous person on this show.
District 8, we have Michelle St. Charles and Coco Vanderbilt, the 2 that have my favourite aesthetic. Coco with her motocross style, Michelle St. Charles with that Y2K space age music video. I'm pretty sure I laid out my reasons for loving these 2 characters and their styles in the Rainbow High ranking videos, so it's no surprise that these 2 are the characters that are together in this category. District 9 is Brianna Dolce and Lila Yamamoto, and this is the Friends of Sunny category. I feel like that's like a euphemism, like friends of Sunny, like a friend of Dorothy. Leave a comment if you are a friend of Sunny. District 10, I just decided to include this because I wanted to see more of the Pacific Coast characters, so I put down my 2 favourites from this line, Phaedra and Hallie. I just think they're neat. District 11 is the wildcard category, and this is for Webisode exclusive characters, so these 2 are the only ones that never got dolls. I have Emerald McNabb. I don't know why there's still this slither of me that thinks that there's a chance that MGA is gonna make Emerald into a doll. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm still giving him a shot in this video. And then the other character in this district is the assistant. I feel like like I've never talked about the assistant before, and he's just got this messy gay energy that I really like. And then, of course, District 12, because they are the rebels, the underdogs, it makes sense that this is the category with the Shadow High characters. And I decided to put in my two favourites, Ash Silverstone and Nicole Steele. They are my favourite brother and sister duo, at least that's what I believe. So all of these tributes are going to be fighting for their lives, and I'm going to be fighting for my life in this makeup that I've had on all day. So I think we're all going to be suffering a little bit. Also, quick disclaimer, this video will have these characters in some likely violent situations, so proceed with whatever caution you feel is necessary. I also might laugh at some of these deaths, please don't judge me. These characters are getting closure in any way possible, and sometimes it might come across a little funny. So without further ado, let's start. Hi, so I'm back for a quick intermission. When I went on the proceed button, it brought up a disclaimer, and then I went, and then it just reset all my pictures. So it was clearly very worth me doing all that work earlier. So I'm just going to redo all of this, and I'll be right back. Right, so I managed to get all of the pictures and names back. I've saved everything, so hopefully this should work this time. I didn't even cross my fingers properly there. Let's proceed. The horn sounds. So it looks like a bunch of them are grabbing their weapons. Actually, if I'm facing away from the camera, I can put on my glasses. That's better. Roxy Grant grabs a lighter and some rope. Joel Ritchie grabs a sword. Joel Ritchie with a sword makes sense. Roxy Grand with a lighter and some rope I don't see. Lila, I might be interchangeably saying Leela and Lila. I forgot which one the commercial uses. She finds a bow and arrows and a quiver. Aisha grabs a sword. Very much a sword girly. River Kendall snatches size. I forgot what size are. Halle Capri runs away from the cornucopia. That's what I do. I'd run away. Robin Sterling snatches a bottle of alcohol. Yes, I know that alcohol has medicinal uses, but it is kind of a funny sentence. She snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Delilah Fields runs away. Makes sense. Sabrina St. Cloud runs away. Are they running away together? Who knows? Ainsley takes a spear. Michelle finds explosives. Papa Dune runs away. The assistant runs away. Victoria Whitman takes a spear. Ian Russell runs away. Coco Vanderbilt runs away. Ash Silverstone runs away with a lighter and some rope. Emerald takes a spear. Cheryl runs into the cornucopia and hides. Most questionable decision so far. Nicole Steele runs away. Phaedra runs away. Finn runs away. Brianna Dulce gets a trident. That's cool. I was not expecting her to be the trident girly, but I'll take it. I think that's a good idea. And Gabriella Isley also runs away from the cornucopia. Feel like a lot of people are running away. That's what I'd do, so I don't blame them. So it is day one. Brianna Dulce sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Lila hunts for other tributes. Oh, she's looking for blood. I wouldn't have expected that from Lila, but we'll let her kill a few people, just for fun. Oh, Joel Ritchie is already getting sponsors, and she's getting clean water. Papa Dune injures herself. First injury! Don't sound too excited. Cheryl Meyer discovers a river. Nice. Gabriella and Nicole alliance, but just for the day. Oh, nice. The reason why I love doing like simulators like this is because it gives you pairings you wouldn't expect. Like Gabriella and Nicole, I don't think have they ever interacted in the web series? I don't think so. So that's what I really like about this format. It allows for those interactions. Ainsley is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Does that count as our second injury? I don't know. Ash Silverstone picks flowers. Good for him. Oh, we narrowly have our first fight. Michelle versus Phaedra, but Michelle spares Phaedra's life. You almost had first kill there. Emerald discovers the river. Sabrina tends to Victoria Whitman's wounds. Victoria has wounds? Was she injured off screen? Injuries only count if they're on the simulator. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Victoria and her fake wounds. The assistant is also pricked by thorns. Damn. Finn just tries to sleep through the entire day. Yeah, I'd do that too. I'm just like, if you kill me in my sleep, fine. I legitimately do not care. If I'm being in this fight to the death, I will legitimately just lay down and die.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. No.
I would be the first dead in the Hunger Games. Robin, Aisha, Delilah, Roxy, and Halle hunting for other tributes. It doesn't say if they're doing it together. Are they in a group? Are they in an alliance? Are the sisters sticking together? Aiden makes a spear. Nice. Coco thinks about home. And River discovers a river. Of course he does. I'm sorry that this is a lot of like reading out. This is probably going to be a video that's like heavy on reading. But on the bright side, if you are listening to this while doing chores or whatever, you aren't technically missing that much on the screen. So, alright, let's go on to our next thing. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. It doesn't tell me who died. Right. Who's alive? Everyone? Someone's dead. But it's not telling me who. Am I missing something? Alive. Everyone's alive! What is the truth? Is someone dead or not? Right. Who is it? Emerald cannot handle the circumstances and commit suicide. This would be me. I already said I would gladly lay down and die if I was put in the Hunger Games. I don't know what to tell you. This would be me. So I guess we've figured out who is the first dead tribute. And Emerald is not getting his doll after all. Ooh, Cheryl and Ash are having a little truce. River has an infection and he's trying to treat that. Roxy and Aisha are holding hands? Honestly? I mean, they have very similar designs, so that don't surprise me that much. Sabrina is snuggling with Nicole. Infidel. Sabrina St. Cloud is an adulterer. Gabriella, Brianna, and Robin are sleeping in shifts, and Ainsley is quietly humming. Hopefully she's not disturbing their sleep. Michelle and Harper are telling stories about themselves. I like that interaction. Oh my god, Delilah is also cheating on Sabrina with Hallie. Oh my gosh. They're both as adulterous as each other. Unless it's consensual polyamory. The simulator doesn't say that, but it could be the case. Jewel Ritchie attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Finn, killing them both. Of course Jewel would try and climb a tree unsuccessfully. I feel like it would be those nails. One of her nails would like get caught in something and she'd be like trying to get it out and she'd fall down. And Finn is just like the collateral damage in that. Lila tries to sing herself to sleep, presumably after just hearing Jewel falling out of a tree. Oh, the assistant, Coco, and Phaedra discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. I like this little trio, the Phaedra, Coco, and the assistant. I like that a lot. Aiden tends to his wounds, and Victoria Whitman dies from thirst. R.I.P. Alright, day 2. Halle Capri is camouflaging herself. Honestly, with that outfit, I can see it. Delilah Fields tries to sleep through the entire day. Me. Coco stabs Lila while her back is turned. Ooh. Sad that Lila was stabbed in the back, but like, I'm such a Coco stan. I'll just like, she can do whatever she wants. Oh, we lose Cheryl from hypothermia. Ooh, we have 2 kills. Aisha kills Phaedra and Ash triumphantly. It's giving front runner. Aiden diverts River Kendall's attention and runs away. And then the assistant questions his sanity, which is what I'm doing right now. Robin poisons Ainsley Slater's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. So we've lost a Sterling sister. Aisha is now the surviving Sterling sister. Roxy defeats Sabrina in a fight, but spares her life. Brianna's just doing exploring. She's just vibing in the arena. Let me explore the wildlife. I hope she explores for as long as possible undisturbed. Harper Dune sprains her ankle while running away from Gabriella Isley. This is me. Any amount of running is probably going to cause me to get some kind of sprain. I don't run very much. Michelle also camouflages herself. That's an interesting one because her aesthetic is not very naturey. Her aesthetic is very sleek, technology, metal. Camouflage is odd, especially with the orange hair. She could camouflage herself with like fire. I mean, I'd love to see her methods, but I'm not seeing it. And Nicole Steele accidentally steps on a landmine. I believe that knocks out Shadow High from contention, so to all of my Shadow High fans out there, it's never coming back. 10 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The black and white pictures. I love how you have all these black and white pictures and then Nicole and Ash are just like normal, because they're normally just in black and white. Beautiful. Alright, so here is the current state of play. District 12 is out of the running. District 12 is gone. There is no District 12. But it looks like every other district has a player in the mix, at least one. District 3 has both. District 4 has both. District 8 has both. Everyone else has one. Our main killers are Coco Vanderbilt has 1 kill, Aisha Sterling has 2, so she's kind of our front runner for the meantime. But anything can happen. It is night 2. Roxy is looking at the night sky. Brianna's exploration of the arena has been drawn to a close by Aisha. Her 3rd kill! Damn, Aisha's going for blood. Coco quietly hums. Gabriella and River are holding hands. I would say think of Amaya, but do you think I'm thinking of Amaya? The assistant receives clean water. Nice to see the assistant getting a sponsor. Halle Capri goes to sleep. Harper Dune receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Hopefully that's like an explosive for her to use and not her just getting exploded. I'm going to assume that she's been gifted the explosive to use on someone else. Delilah tends to her wounds. Has she tended to her wounds before? I don't know. Michelle is starting a fire! She's taking my advice, clearly. Camouflaging herself with the fire. She's just hiding behind the campfire. Sabrina St. Cloud goes to sleep. Ainsley Slater screams for help. That's what I do when I have to subtitle a ranking video longer than an hour. And Aiden thinks about winning. But will he? It is day 3. Aisha has discovered a cave. We have Delilah, Michelle, Roxy, and Gabriella on the hunt, and the assistant. Unfortunately, we lose the assistant. He's not getting a doll because he died from thirst. Coco defeats Halle Capri in a fight, but spares her life. Coco is passing up a lot of opportunities for kills. She's being strategic, being like, I don't need to necessarily kill everyone because I don't want to be seen as a threat. The question I'll do is this is but I'll prove that I can defeat people in fights. Smart. Ainsley kills Aiden. A on A crime! I love it. Ainsley really said, get the f off the TV, I'm not watching that. Harper sees smoke rising in the distance. A lot of people are seeing smoke rising in the distance, and none of them are really investigating it. Hey, you could find Michelle St. Charles hiding behind a fire. I'd explore that. River has run out of his river and is now searching for a new water source. And Sabrina is going hunting with a little rose gold gun. They don't have guns in the arena. Sometimes my jokes break canon, okay? Now, the Fallen, Brianna Dolce, the assistant, and Aiden Russell. I realize I didn't read out the 10 tributes that died earlier, but maybe they shouldn't have died earlier. Maybe I would have read their names out then. It's not my fault you didn't last longer. So, District 11 is out. District 9 is out. The friends of Sunny are dead. But District 3 and District 8 still have both of their tributes. Ainsley is now a part of the killers list, along with Coco. They both have 1 kill. Aisha got in an extra kill. She is still the leader at 3 kills. A lot of these people are dying from, like, thirst and, like, falling out of trees. I was expecting a little bit more violence. I don't know. But let's proceed nonetheless. Delilah, Ainsley, and Halle are sleeping in shifts. Gabriella is thinking about winning. Is she thinking about not winning the Drag Race Simulator? Hey, there's always All-Stars. Roxy Grand climbs a tree to rest, and a lot more successfully than Jewel did, because Roxy clearly survives it. Harper, Michelle, and Aisha are also sleeping in shifts. Sabrina and Coco are huddling for warmth. I'm gonna just assume that it is platonic. River thinks about winning. It's nice that someone thinks you're gonna win, River. Day 4, we have Harper and Aisha both making wooden spears. River runs away from Michelle St. Charles and sprains his ankle. Halle Capri discovers a river, and it's not River Kendall. I really shot myself in the foot including River in this video. Sabrina receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, and Ainsley camouflages herself. Honestly, Ainsley I can see kind of camouflaging herself a little bit better. It would make more sense for her to camouflage herself in the night, but like, okay. Coco is at it again, defeating Gabriella Isley in a fight, but sparing her life. She's not killing very many people. I don't know what her game plan is, but I'm curious. Roxy searches for firewood. Delilah unknowingly eats toxic berries. Imagine if the toxic berries in question was just Berry Skies, the Shadow High character. I assume they don't allow cannibalism in this one, just like the real games, but I don't think it said that in the disclaimer. We have 1 cannon shot. Even though we only have 1 death, it is still significant because Delilah Fields is now gone. She is now in the fields of heaven. So that means the only district that has both tributes is District 8. And honestly, I couldn't think of a better pair to still be alive. These alliances are confusing as hell because we have Ainsley, Sabrina, Michelle, River, and Aisha sleeping in shifts. We have Harper Dune quietly humming. We have Halle Capri looking at the night sky. We have Coco Vanderbilt climbing a tree to rest. Gabriella Isley receives a hatchet. Honestly, I love that for her. I can very much imagine Gabriella Isley wielding a hatchet. Roxy Grant stays awake all night. You're not special. We have Aisha discovering a river. We have River discovering a river. Is it the same river? We don't know. If it was, Aisha could get in a 4th kill. Ainsley and Harper are working together for a day. It's nice to see another random combination. I like that. We have Gabriella Isley discovering a cave. Halle Capri is stalking Sabrina? Roxy Grant dies from thirst. I mean, more realistically, she's probably dying from nobody buying her doll, but... Michelle kills Coco while she is resting. Coco is gone, and by her fellow District 8 tribute. Oh my goodness. She was the real backstabber, and Coco missed all of those opportunities to kill, and she got killed in the end. The game plan did not work. Our 2 cannon shots, Roxy and Coco. One of you I loved, one of you I was honestly ambivalent towards. May you rest in peace. And that sadly means that District 1 is out of the running. So while Ainsley Slater is questioning her sanity, Sabrina receives another hatchet. Do you think it's the same sponsor? This murder of a teenager is sponsored by Hatchet Company. Aisha is destroying Halle Capri's supplies while she's asleep. She doesn't kill her though, just destroying the supplies. Interesting. I would have personally stole the supplies. Michelle attempts to start a fire. This is the second fire that she's tried to start, and this time, not successful. Gabriella and Harper are huddling for warmth, and River receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, because River has to run into some sort of water, because it confuses me, and that apparently makes good entertainment. It's the feast! So the cornucopia is replenished with many an exciting item. We got food, we got supplies, we got weapons, and we've got family mementos. River strangles Ainsley with a rope. We see the loss of Hallie and Sabrina at the hands of Aisha and Michelle. Harper and Gabriella don't go. Harper kills Gabriella while she's resting. River defeats Michelle in a fight but spares her life. Aisha falls into a frozen lake and drowns? Our frontrunner is killed by a lake? Oh, come on. She might have killed a bunch of people, but Aisha deserved better than this. A fire spreads throughout the arena. River survives. Harper Dune is struck by a fireball. Michelle is struck by a fireball. They both die. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. So far, in this day, we've lost Ainsley, Hallie Capri, lost Sabrina, Gabriella, Aisha, Harper, and Michelle. Who do we have left? Jesus Christ. River Kendall wins! How? He spent half his time looking for water. He killed, I believe, 1 of the tribute? Yeah, he killed 1 tribute, and he wins. For District 6, the boys. In the wise words of Danny Minogue, I really was not expecting that at all. In terms of our killers, we have Ainsley and Coco with 1 kill, Harper with 1 kill, River with 1 kill, Michelle with 3 kills, and Aisha with 5 kills. This is our grand summary of everything that happened. I'm not reading it all out. You can read it here if you want. I'll leave it on the screen. So on day 1, no deaths occurred. So what was that cannon? There was... You remember... Wind the video back. You remember that cannon that went off on day 1 before anyone was killed? Who was it? Well, clearly someone else died, but it doesn't say here, but there was a cannon. So, there we go. A character that will be coming back to Rainbow High in Rainbow World, and will be getting a Rainbow World doll in the next assortment, is River Kendall. You're welcome, I guess. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see anything else like this. I would love to do another Drag Race Simulator video. I was going to do one around the summertime, but I kind of had to delay it because I didn't post anything for 4 months. But I might still do that. We might still see if we have time to do one of those again, because those are always fun. And if you want to see any more Hunger Games simulators, I am willing to step into other franchises. I would kill 1,000 doll characters before I let this YouTube channel die. But if you like this video, feel free to give it a like, and if you want to see more fun doll content like this, feel free to subscribe to the Oliver's Dolls YouTube channel. If there was a character you wanted to see in this simulator but didn't make it in, let me know, and let me know how you think they would have died. Or, if you're very brave, if you think they would have won. But thank you again for watching. From me and the Pog. Shapeland today, Shapeland tomorrow, and Shapeland forever. Have a flaming fabulous day. This is how you die in the simulator. You get eaten by the Pog. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting River to win this, but he was kind of a force of nature. Like, I'll give him the credit. He really nailed it. I wonder what his doll's gonna look like.
Incoming message. Incoming message. Incoming message.
God! Why does this keep popping up? I will fix this. Soon.